Hi, I'm Ashley Swartz, CEO and founder of Furious Minds. Email me at ashley@furious-minds.com with comments. Haven't spent a lot of time talking about Aereo, although it's pretty relevant for our industry right now. And they recently announced on April 23rd, they're going to be expanding their footprint into the Boston area. Immediately responding to that was CBS executive Dana McClintock's statement over Twitter that they will be imminently suing Aereo again and taking them back to court. So Aereo's gone back to a federal judge asking for a more broader, emphatic declaration that they are not infringing upon copyrights of programmers or broadcasters. And this is because there's an increasing risk that not only can the networks themselves sue Aereo, but then their local stations as well, as they expand into additional DMAs, will file additional suits. Even though Aereo is backed by Barry Diller, there's still an issue that they don't have limitless funds to be mired in litigation sort of in perpetuity. Therefore, these guys got to figure out how to stop this and bring it to a halt. Look, it's a brave new world, right? At the end of the day, technology is changing. Audience behaviors are changing faster than we can keep up. The economics are changing, and distribution and business models are changing, right? It's all in flux. And for whatever reason, we have two contingencies, which is kind of normal because people don't like change, especially, old white guys that have been sitting in offices for the last 40 years making a very fat paycheck. And it's not comfortable. But I think what we just need to accept is that litigation is not what will save the television industry. It didn't save music. It's not going to save television. I've sort of talked about this analogy a lot in 1999 when Lawrence Lessig defended Napster against the Record Industry Association of America, right? So what was happening at that time? And I've presented this in a few different events where, if we look at it, internet speeds, broadband, internet speeds were increasing. We were sort of going from modem dial-ups to, DSL. People were sharing music as a means of socialization and sort of connectivity. And at the end of the day, music was a big part of socialization, right? It's kind of where we are with video today. It's the same, right? Technology's changing. We have thicker pipes, distribution is changing, and people like to use video to share and experience it in real time and engage with video and around video content. I think, where I'm at right now is that I think if we reflect back and learn from the music industry, right? If you ask anybody about the music industry today, they will tell you that the record industry is dead, but the music industry is alive and forever. I think the same analogy can be made for television, right? I think the television industry as we know it, it's dying. Video, however, as a medium, sight, sound, and motion and storytelling is alive and thriving. And that resonates through this year's new fronts. It resonates through what we see as far as where advertising are shifting their spending, and just in general, where audiences and consumers are spending their time and how they like to interact with and around brands, as well as how they like to communicate with one another. I think there's a time for a call to action, right? We have to embrace technology as an industry. And I understand that that's a very sort of germane and simple, sterile comment. But at the end of the day, we're not doing it, right? Litigation between whether it's copyright infringement with Aereo or it's infringement with YouTube, suits by Viacom and other large media companies in regards to what's being actually posted and distributed there. We just have to understand that audiences are going to own storytelling. And we need to allow them to do so, because if there's a sense of ownership in the storytelling and we allow technology to proliferate the content that we create and audiences to take a voice in owning it, it's a win-win for everybody. It's scary and uncomfortable and uncharted waters, but we have to start embracing it as an industry, both as programmers and content providers and as brands. We've got to start to look at the opportunity that pure play IP environments create, right? So whether it's Aereo or it's Intel's new platform, HTML5 is a beautiful new world, right? I mean, apps are sort of winning on the mobile, but apps haven't proven to be what's going to win on the television set and the 10-foot experience, right? Connected TV environments the install base is increasing. The active users are increasing substantially, where they're sort of connecting at a higher than 60% rate right now in the US. But it's also because OEMs finally just got the unboxing correct, right? So we have this opportunity to actually look at what HTML5 on the 10-foot experience can bring to it and to make the most of it and start to do better things, create better experiences, leverage engagement now that it's a two-way IP-based medium to get audiences more involved with the programming. And by the way, if we do that and we do it well, it drives our rating points up. And since we're still beholden to an archaic means of measuring television audiences and by which we define its value, that's a win-win, right? Get audiences to engage more, there's corollaries that it will actually drive your rating points. That's net new cash. And at the end of the day, innovate, right? Add format innovation. It's not just about using engagement through the IP medium or what's around the television and what audiences are doing, but actually start to create new types of advertising and currencies with audiences in which brands can participate. We need to move beyond the 30. It absolutely is a must for our industry, and I don't think that we are going to do that and survive if we continue to create fiefdoms and fight through litigation and exhaustive measures where we throw dollars upon bad just to sort of keep people from allowing technology to deliver audiences what they want. Because at the end of the day, they're going to get it whether we give it to them or not. I welcome your comments. Thanks.